Welcome to WTOP 10. My name's Jack Purdek alongside Mr. Malman. How you doing today? And here, the Oswego State Lakers are hosting the Plattsburgh Cardinals here at the Maxill Gymnasium. How you doing, everybody? I'm here with my friend, and today we have a matchup of a team that's been pushing expectations and having an unbelievable season, and one that's been on the lower end of that. Plattsburgh State Cardinals coming in at 2-17, 1-11 in the conference.
Yeah, Plattsburgh coming into this game, coming off a loss against Cortland yesterday, and trying to shock everybody in the SUNYAC and come up with a win at Maxill Gymnasium. But the Lakers are the home team today and looking for another victory to continue a fantastic season so far.
Right, Zach, and looking at what happened yesterday, Friday night, the Oswego State Lakers took care of business and beat SUNY Cortland soundly by a good amount of points last night. And then on the other side, the Plattsburgh Cardinals, another loss on the schedule. So going into this one, if you're Plattsburgh State, how do you play upset against this Laker team that's been firing on all cylinders?
Well, they really got to get things involved almost everywhere, and it has to come from three-point range. It's got to come on the defensive side, and even in the paint. Oswego has so many weapons to throw at this Plattsburgh team that Plattsburgh needs their absolute best game to come into Maxill Gymnasium and grab a victory.
Right, they're going to have to do a lot. Let's talk about some of these X factors for the Oswego State Lakers. Number 23, Jeremiah Sparks. I mean, he's having one of his best seasons, if not his best season as a Laker, being able to score from anywhere. He's versatile. He has a lot to this team, doesn't he?
Yeah, what can't Jeremiah Sparks do? He can score, he can rebound, he's a great passer. His vision is one of the best in all of the SUNYAC, and he's just such a good player, and he's going to cause Plattsburgh a lot of problems today.
Yeah, a lot of problems indeed. And, you know, the Plattsburgh State Cardinals coming in with the dual guard tandem, Marlon Todd and Kevin Tabb, who could put up a lot of points for the Plattsburgh Cardinals as well, especially in last night's game. And for the Lakers, they have another group of shooters that can come in and do a lot too. But Sparks is going to take the tip to start this one off, and Plattsburgh will take control here in the Maxill Gymnasium. Plattsburgh coming off of a loss into the Maxill as the Cardinals will control. This is Todd at the top of the arc. Over to Kevin Tabb, number 1 for the Plattsburgh Cardinals. The Lakers in a man defense right now as Tabb is going to drive to the paint. That one's going to rim off, rebounded, and up and in by Kyle Carey. Plattsburgh on the board first. The other way, the Lakers getting their offense started here. And that is the Lakers getting off to a good start here, moving the ball around. Sparks at the top of the key, looking for a teammate. They go corner right here. That three's good for the Lakers. Devin Green, who had 15 points yesterday, Zach, gets one to go down, 3-2.
Cannot leave Devin Green wide open. What a lethal three-point shooter. And Plattsburgh's got to pick that up on the defensive end.
The corner three going in. Tabb on the other side, pulls up. That one's going to go out of bounds, miss right there. Lakers, a good three-point shooting team this season, always finding range from the arc. They got a couple guys, as I mentioned, Caleb Cook, able to spread it out. But here we go the other way with the Lakers. At the top, that's Green. Over to Sparks. Thought about the three. Goes around the pick, kicks it out, another corner. That's Green. They bring it down low to Achille. Now back out to Green. Three-pointer from the top is good. Right there for Aki Anderson, getting another three-pointer for the Lakers. Lakers up 6-3.
And Aki Anderson, another wide-open player from three. Plattsburgh needs to pick it up on the defensive end, and they're really struggling to stop Oswego from hitting wide-open threes.
And that one breaks out with the offensive rebound for the Cardinals. Scrum on the floor right here for the ball. We're going to have a jump ball call. 18 minutes here in the first half, 6-2. Plattsburgh looking to get a good offensive rebounding game going here. That rebound right there by Kyle Carey, who has his second offensive rebound of the game.
And a couple of early missed shots from Plattsburgh. Try and get in those open areas. Try and make this Oswego defense work, and they haven't done that so far.
Brings it out for another three-pointer. That one's good for Devin Green. 2 3-pointers to go for Devin Green, off to a hot start here in the Maxill Gymnasium. Plattsburgh moving the ball around the top of the arc. Gets to the top of the key. Out to the corner here for Todd. Three-pointer. That one bricks out and then rebounded on the other side by Devin Green. Out to Sparks. Corner action here, back up to the top. That's Green again at the free throw line. Pivots, goes out to the corner. Manning his way right there for Anderson. Anderson back up for Green. Green to the low post here. And that shot just bricks out right there. Offensive rebound by Plattsburgh on the other end. That was Brendan Molson with the offensive opportunity for the Lakers. Plattsburgh in transition. And Marlon Todd, this 5'1" senior, will start the offense for the Cardinals. Dicey ball moving right here, but that pass is kicked out to the wing. Pull-up jumper there. No good for the Cardinals with Delaney on the shot. Lakers in transition. Sparks gets it down low to the post. Achille up. The layup up and no good. Gets the call right there.
What a pass by Jeremiah Sparks. Great play, bringing it out in transition. Get this Plattsburgh defense to try and get back very quickly. And a great pass to Achille, who has a chance at the free throw line.
Yep, Achille going to try to cash in from the free throw line here. Brings a good amount of length to this team. Lakers up 9-2. We saw Devin Green up here for number 1 for the Lakers. He's already got 2 3-pointers to go. Achille brings that one up and in, but Green, hot start.
And Plattsburgh just has not challenged Devin Green, the best three-point shooter for Oswego so far this season. They need to find better ways to get out on Devin Green, or else he's going to go and have a field day against the Cardinals.
A field day for sure. Achille's second free throw up and in. Lakers up 11-2. And Plattsburgh up in transition the other side, but that one is going to be a reach on Oswego State. Kevin Tabb getting checked right there. We're going to have a conversation near the scores booth right here, but as we saw with this Lakers team, they've been able to get to the corner because they're running a high pick and roll with Jeremiah Sparks and then hitting that corner right away. Now Plattsburgh on the other side. Running a man in motion, that's Todd at the top of the wing. Down to the post here. The Cardinals, the up and under move blocked there by Molson. Lakers in transition. That's Devin Green at the top. Kicks it to Sparks. Sparks in the paint area. The up and under is good. Jeremiah Sparks hitting his first bucket of the day. What a nifty move right there, Zach.
What a move by Sparks, and Oswego are flying already as expected, 13-2, the number 17th ranked team in the nation. But this Oswego team just has so many weapons, and the depth will come in the latter stages of this game, and you will see the talent that this Oswego team has. 21 guys they have, so many options, and they're out flying already at Max Hill Gymnasium.
Right, what makes them so scary as the 17th ranked team in the country is that they have guys that can come off of the bench and produce right here. So the Lakers coming back on the floor, they'll have Molson down low, Sparks, Green. They'll have Achille, and they'll keep number 5 out here for the Lakers, Anderson. So the starting 5 still out there. And the Cardinals taking advantage of the half-court press. That's going to be Tabb at the top of the arc. He passes it. And now there's Tabb again, out to the free throw line. And here's Todd. Little mid-range jumper is good. Bouncing around the glass. And the Plattsburgh State Cardinals get to 4 points, 13-4 Laker lead. And now Molson brings it back to Sparks. And Sparks is interfered with right there. 15-50 here in the first half. And the Lakers getting chances in transition and making good plays in the painted area.
They definitely are, and the vision of every single player on the Lakers is outstanding. But that was a tough jumper there by Marlon Todd. Plattsburgh need to find more open areas, especially for Kevin Tabb as a three-point shooter.
Devin Green for 3 again. That one no good. Sparks the tip in. Rebound opportunity. Sparks has 4 in this one. Lakers still half-court pressing as Plattsburgh goes into the offensive zone. Starting at the top of the key here for Franklin Infante. Back up to Kevin Tabb. Tabb to Sharif Conte. Down low in the post, the Cardinals. Back up to Conte. And here's Tabb, the three-point shot. Bounces all around the rim and no good. Green in transition for the Lakers. Devin Green Kicks out to the corner for Sparks. Sparks gets the man to jump back to Green. Up top for Anderson. Three-pointer, no good. And rebounded by Molson, back to Sparks. Sparks is going to take this three. No good, bounces off the rim. Couple opportunities there for the Lakers.
Great hustle by Oswego, especially by Brendan Molson.
And Todd up and in for the Cardinals, taking care of lackadaisical coverage there for the Lakers. And Green will set up at the wing. Plattsburgh going into a 2-3 zone here at the Lakers. Over to Jeremiah Green at the wing. Back up to Devin Green, getting a lot of touches today. Down to Molson. Molson, one-step dribble. Down to Achille in the post. Pushing and shoving, and that one's going to be a foul on the floor. And 2 fouls here for the Plattsburgh State Cardinals in this one.
This is dangerous by Plattsburgh to run a 2-3 zone against this Oswego team. How do you break a 2-3 zone? By passing the ball around, moving the ball around, finding open areas. Oswego is so good at that. So Plattsburgh need to be on their best game if they are in a 2-3 zone.
Anderson inbounds it up to Devin Green, who's been the star of the show so far. Anderson making a man miss on the wing. Pull-up jumper, no good. Tipped out, back up to Achille. Achille, Green, no good. Molson the rebound. Back up to Anderson. Anderson stops in the paint, kicks it out to Achille. Achille, one-step dribble, and he gets fouled on the way up and in. Achille, the Lakers taking advantage of the paint early in this one.
And the rebounds are the story right now for Oswego. A lot of offensive rebounds, second chance points. If you give this Lakers team second chance points, they will dominate. And they're doing that so far. And a couple of offensive rebounds early.
Offensive rebounds now. Achille will take his 3rd free throw of the day. That one's good. Jamal Achille, the junior, 6'4" forward from Staten Island, New York. He's a big contributor for this Lakers team. It looks like we're going to get our first round of substitutions here. As for the Lakers, Crittenden will hop in, as well as Louis Fadulo. So getting some rest for some of the guys. Achille makes his 2nd free throw. And the Lakers leading 17-6 here in the Max Seal Gymnasium. Lakers still putting on that half-court press, Zach. Full court, I might add.
And putting pressure on this Plattsburgh team. The Lakers do this with a lot of teams. Just gets the team going, and they get a lot of steals here.
And a turnover there by the Plattsburgh State Cardinals. Fadula gets that one out to Caleb Cook on the wing for 3. No good. Plattsburgh State rebounds. They have numbers on the other side. Plattsburgh at the top of the wing shooting a mid-range jump shot. That one's no good. Rebounded by Caleb Cook. Out to Anderson. Back to Green. Down low for the big man in the paint. That one up and no good. Plattsburgh State on the other side. They got a man going deep. That's Todd. Todd trying to get control of the ball, but Cook steals the other way, and we're going back and forth here. Now out to Anderson. And excuse me, that's not Anderson. That's Crittenden right there for the layup.
Great pass there by Caleb Cook. Back and forth here, and the Lakers take advantage in transition.
19-6 Lakers still playing that man defense here against the Cardinals. And at the top of the key. And a foul on that one. That right there is Sharif Conte getting interfered with at the free throw line. Plattsburgh trying to find any source of scoring here with only 6 points on the board 7 minutes into this game.
And Christian Simmons there, unlucky with the foul call. They ended up calling it on the floor, so it'll be an inbound on the baseline. Plattsburgh trying to find any opportunity to get an open shot. They haven't been able to against this tough Oswego defense.
Fonte inbounds. Wing shot for the Cardinals. That's Devin Wright who gets that one to miss. And Caleb Cook the other way. Cook, one step. Mid-range shot. Misses. Rebounded by Plattsburgh State. Crittenden almost with opportunity there to give the Lakers 21-6 lead. Plattsburgh on the other side. Man cutting to the rim right there. Now the Lakers getting loud on defense here. Fadulo playing some post defense. And another miss by Plattsburgh. Devin Green the other way. Out to Caleb Cook. One-step dribble in the paint. Up, and that one misses. Rebounded by Fadulo. Back out to Simmons. Simmons for 3. Rebounded by Green, and that one misses too. Plattsburgh the rebound the other way. The Lakers are hounding on it though. Caleb Cook down to Crittenden for the easy 2 points on that one. Lakers lead 21-6. Timeout Plattsburgh. 12 minutes, 5 seconds, and Zach, Lakers are hounding the Cardinals.
It's all falling apart for Plattsburgh early in this one, and they get some rebounds on the defensive end, but right away another turnover. The Lakers are very aggressive to start this game, and they're getting a lot of opportunities. A very easy layup there for Crittenden off the turnover.
Right, and you got to think with a one-win team in the conference coming in here today, why not full court press them? You know, it's going to be tough for them to get out in transition and make a play. And looking at this Lakers team, they've been having a season of seasons here. They're on a 16-game win streak. Their head coach, Jason Leone, 200th win in school history here for himself, so that's a big accolade right there. And this Lakers team, I mean, they're fast, they can shoot, they can drive to get layups. I mean, there's not really a part of their game that is weak.
And you brought it up, Jason Leone with his 200th win last night against Potsdam. Congratulations to him. But you would have to say, this Oswego team that he has this year could be one of his best since he got here. And there's no doubt about that. The amount of options that they have and the amount of weapons. Oswego, in this game right now, they are full court pressing, and they should be. Those later games in the season, they need to be prepared for them, and any chance they get to work on those things and get some more experience for their younger players is going to help them in the long run.
Right there, another reach on Plattsburgh right there. But as you said, this is a game where they can improve just because Plattsburgh's not a great team, but it's still another game, and you got to go out here and execute. Now the Lakers will take the floor with Anderson, Simmons, Cook, Crittenden, and Fadulo. Manning the middle for the Lakers, Plattsburgh on the other side. Here's Todd. Todd up to the top of the key for Infante. Infante down to Shreve Conte. Back up to the top of the key for Todd. Todd to the post for his main man in the middle. And the little hook shot right there doesn't go, but a turnover there by Crittenden, and Plattsburgh takes advantage. That's Kyle Carey for Plattsburgh getting some opportunities down low.
Great steal by Matthew Cone Bradshaw to keep going on the play and get that opportunity for Plattsburgh.
Right, that's Cone Bradshaw right there. Cook almost had an opportunity for a three, but to no avail. They'll set up at the top of the arc. Anderson at the top. Leone barking out instructions. Here to Simmons, coming off of the bench. Up top to Fadulo. Anderson down to Simmons. Simmons, that's going to be a shooting foul right there for Plattsburgh on Franklin Infante. So the Lakers, third opportunity at the line. Already 4 for 4 at the free throw line. Here's Simmons with another opportunity. First free throw for Simmons. Simmons coming off of a good game last night. And the first one rims out.
And you brought that up. The Lakers taking advantage of those opportunities. They get into those open areas. Plattsburgh has no other choice but to foul the Lakers and send them to the free throw line.
The second free throw for Simmons is good. Lakers are up 23-6 here in the Max Steel Gymnasium. I think that 22. And Plattsburgh breaking the press, getting in transition to the other side. The mid-range shot is no good. Rebounded by Crittenden. Crittenden up to Cook. Back to Crittenden. Wide open lane and takes advantage of that. 2 points for Crittenden. Scores his 6th point of the game.
Just too easy for Oswego. Very quick in transition, and getting into the paint has been very easy for the Lakers so far today.
And on the other side, Plattsburgh missing the bunny layup. Fadulo out to Cook. Cook going in the painted area. Floater. That one's no good. Rebound by Fadulo. Back out to Anderson. Down to Simmons. The layup no good. Fadulo on the board. No good again. And Plattsburgh stayed the other way. The Lakers missing a couple opportunities right there. And in transition for Plattsburgh. The hop step down low. Kicks it out to Infante for 3. No good. Cook the other way. He's got a man down low. Kicks it back to Simmons. Simmons out to the corner for Anderson. No good on the 3-point shot. And the Lakers having a couple miscues on the offensive end.
Yeah, Lakers struggling a little bit from three-point range. We saw Devin Green hit a couple of wide-open threes, but everybody else has really struggled for the Lakers, but they're getting into the paint so easily, and they should continue to do that throughout this game because that's where they're going to get the easiest opportunities.
Now Green will check in for Cook, Sparks for Crittenden. Anderson will stay in. And for Plattsburgh State, they'll come on the other end. Kevin Tabb bringing it up for the Plattsburgh State Cardinals. 24-8 with 10 minutes to go in the first half. And at the top of the key for Todd. Back to Todd, looking for the mid-range shot. Ball goes to the paint right here for Salo. Salo missing that shot widely. Green the rebound the other way. Devin Green crossover in the paint. Kicks that one down low. That one's good right there for Mr. Jordan Brown.
What a pass there by Devin Green, finding a wide open Jordan Brown. Strong take into the lane for the layup.
Jordan Brown getting that one to go. Lakers 26-8. Plattsburgh on the other side. Blanchette back out to Todd. Todd looking for the cutter and kicks it out. That one's stolen by Achille. Achille in transition. Back out to Anderson. Anderson to Sparks. Sparks the three-point shot. No good. The rebound by Plattsburgh right there for Salo. Plattsburgh the other way. He's got a man down low. The layup blocked by Sparks. Rebounded the other way by Devin Green. Devin Green at the top of the arc looking for a cutter. He's got Sparks in the paint. Kicks it down low to Brown. Brown gets that one to go. 4 points for Brown off of the bench.
What a block by Jeremiah Sparks leads to transition and another easy bucket for Oswego as they force another turnover for the Cardinals.
And a turnover right there. If you're Kevin Tabb, you do not want that to go, but you're right. What an electric block right there by Sparks. Really a spark plug for this team. And here for the Lakers, 28-8. Already a 20-point lead in this one, Zach. And Devin Green at the corner. Back up to Achille, the big man playing at the top. Back to Green. Green over to Sparks. To Green. Anderson at the top, looking for the man down low. That's Brown. Brown up top to Green. Green to Sparks. Sparks for another three. No good. Rebounded by Plattsburgh. Plattsburgh State been breaking that press as of late. A layup goes right there. Plattsburgh gets their 10th point. And that's number 33 for the Cardinals, Liam Ryan. Sparks with the call. And we're going to get, I believe, we got a blocking foul right here. So that one's going to be on the floor. But Sparks already off to a good start here. 4 points and that electric block.
No doubt. And Plattsburgh looking for ways. They had a great play in transition there to get an easy bucket, but it has not been easy.
Sparks turnaround jumper. No good.
It has not been easy for Plattsburgh in this game to get those opportunities.
Absolutely. Anderson the other way for the Lakers after the Plattsburgh miscue. In the paint, kicks it down to Achille. Achille the other way. Another layup to go for Achille. Achille's got 6 points in this one. And the Lakers, 20-point lead, 30-10. Plattsburgh the other way. That's Blanchette kicking it back to Tabb. And Blanchette, three-pointer, top of the key. Rims right out, rebounded by Green. Devin Green looking to make trouble. Three-point shot from the top. Bounces off the rim, no good. Green getting the three-point shot to go this game, but nothing right there.
Yeah, some struggles early for us. We go from three-point range, but Plattsburgh has been getting some open looks. It's just a matter of hitting those open shots, and they have not been able to do that. And Oswego has taken advantage of missed shots. They take them in transition and go the other way to get a bucket. That is the story of this Oswego team.
Oh, yeah, they love to shoot the three-point shot. For Plattsburgh coming in off last night, 20% from three. They want to try to increase that today. And the Oswego State full-court press is taking over this game as Achille almost gets that one to stay for the Lakers. But Plattsburgh will inbound the ball with 7:13 left in the first half. Oh, they will actually get the ball. It worked.
Another turnover for Plattsburgh. They need to cut those out if they're going to come back in this game.
And here for the Lakers, Anderson will inbound momentarily. Anderson looking for a man. He's got Sparks in the corner. Sparks one-step dribble. Layup is good for Sparks. Another 2 points for Jeremiah Sparks. Plattsburgh trying to break the pass, and they do. Down to the baseline. Rebounded by Molson. Molson to Sparks. Sparks, that crossover, so deadly. And another foul on the floor for Plattsburgh. So it seems like the Lakers have been doing a good job of getting back on defense for this full court press. And Plattsburgh only trying to break that press a couple times, but it's just not working out the way they planned.
Yeah, on the offensive end, Plattsburgh is really struggling to get those looks, and the turnovers are just adding up for the Cardinals. But the biggest thing on the defensive end, you see a lot of drives into the lane for Oswego. Plattsburgh's help defense has not been existent in this game, and that is huge if they want to have any shot at Max Hill Gymnasium. But Sparks had a couple of drives into the lanes, no help defense, and that's an easy bucket for him.
Right, and he makes his first free throw, and he's dangerous when he gets into the paint. Second free throw going up right here. And that's another point for Jeremiah Sparks, 34-10. The press is getting too aggressive for the Lakers as they foul right there. That is Caleb Cook fouling the Plattsburgh State Cardinals. But, yeah, as you said, Sparks is a versatile player. He can shoot the three, he can get in the lane, and there's a reason why he's the leading scorer on this Oswego State Lakers team. And now Plattsburgh inbounding. That's going to be Tab. Tab gets it back out to Blanchette. Back to Tab. Turnover here. Here's Molson the other way. Molson looking for a man. He's got Cook. Cook down to Killy. Killy to Sparks. 2 points for the Lakers. That will make it 36-10.
Beautiful ball movement by Oswego there. Molson gets the steal, and 4 different players touch it for Oswego. The easy layup for Sparks. Picture perfect for Leon's team in this first half.
And now to break the press the other way, here come the Cardinals. Mid-range pull-up right there for Darren Wright. Gets that one to go, so the Plattsburgh State Cardinals get 2 points. And here comes Sparks the other way. Lakers triple the Cardinals' points right now. That's easy math. Molson at the top. Over to Crittenden. Over to Sparks. Looking for the open man in the zone defense. Crittenden down to Cook. Cook looking for a man. He finds a cutter. That's a Killy. That one's going to go out of bounds. Plattsburgh State the other way.
And Plattsburgh really struggling to find different ways to cut out the paint for Oswego. Oswego's getting into the paint very easily, and Achille almost had another wide open layup there. But Plattsburgh are trying to find more on offense. They need to start breaking this press and getting open opportunities from three-point range, because that's the only way they'll come back.
Absolutely, looking for a way to set up. Christian Sivens will come in for Jeremiah Sparks as the Lakers are leading this game 36-12. Three-point shot there is good for Kevin Tab. And the three-point shot working well for Plattsburgh State as of late. And here we go the other way with Julian Crittenden. Caleb Cook at the top trying to break the 2-3 zone. Plattsburgh's bread and butter. Three-point shot for Crittenden is good. The man from Melville, New York, with another point. He's got 9, leading scorer for the Lakers. The other way for Plattsburgh, that's Tab. Having some trouble with Molson down there on the low block.
And a couple threes on each end for Plattsburgh. They finally get that open three, and it's Kevin Tab, their leading three-point shooter, shooting 31% on the season for them. But then the effects of that 2-3 zone and the disadvantages, and a wide open three for Julian Crittenden.
And Simmons in the corner for the Lakers. Just under 5 minutes to go left in this first half. Crittenden looking for an opportunity. Shoots the mid-range shot. Bounces once off the rim. Rebounded by Plattsburgh. Plattsburgh going the other way. He's got a man that's gone. That's Darren Wright the other way, and he is on the floor. He does not look too good. Lakers have a man advantage right here. What a dime right there by Crittenden. But we're going to have a time right here. Darren Wright, tough time on that layup. He hits the floor.
Yeah, tough one here for Plattsburgh, but Oswego has been so dominant early in this first half, and with 4 minutes remaining, a 24-point lead for the Lakers. Everything they would have wanted to start this game. 39 points already for the Lakers. They're getting those open looks, getting easy layups, and they're just trying to build on this and maybe even think second half already for Oswego, get those halftime adjustments in.
Right, Zach. And, you know, this Lakers team, they've been able to win games insurmountably compared to their opponents in the SUNYAC. I mean, the Lakers averaging 21 points victories in all of their victories. I mean, it's something that we haven't seen this program since they made the NCAA tournament just a couple of years ago. This is 18-1 team, and here, Darren Wright is back up. Good sign right there. But this Laker team, I mean, they are absolutely blowing out. Last weekend they beat New Paltz. They beat New Paltz
Oneonta.
and Oneonta. And they beat them both soundly. That was the second and third teams in the SUNYAC. So, pretty good stuff there for the green and gold.
Definitely, and there's no SUNYAC team that has really given this team a challenge. They had a tough road game a couple weeks ago against Geneseo. We're down early, but found a way and came back for that one. But and another tough game against Cortland on the road. The road has been a little bit of a struggle for Oswego, but they found ways to get victories. Their only loss of the season came in non-conference on their home floor to Nazareth, who is also ranked in the top 25 poll.
And only a 2-point loss right there for them, too, as Simmons misses the first shot at the line for his second. And back to action here in the Max Seal as Simmons makes the shot. 40-15 with 4:23 left. Oswego State still full court pressing. Plattsburgh looking for a way out of here. And he hits his man. That's Todd at the top, but we're going to have another turnover for the Plattsburgh State Cardinals, having a tough time maintaining the ball.
Yeah, the passes just haven't been crisp for Plattsburgh, and they need to get those better passes to try and break that press. Oswego's been dominant when it comes to that press.
Crittenden out to Cook. That one deflected the other way wildly, but Cook will recover in the backcourt. Cook crossover to the paint, hits the corner for Achilles, and Achilles bumped on there. Another reach-in foul by the Plattsburgh State Cardinals. Lakers are almost going to be in fact, they are in the bonus. So Achilles to the line for his third time of the game.
Yeah, and Oswego's just one step ahead every single play versus Plattsburgh, and 9 fouls in this first half, just 4 for Oswego, and they're taking advantage at the line.
Achilles cashes in for his 7th point of the contest. Third time to the line. The Lakers got Simmons, Cook, Crittenden out there in the back. Cook, Fadulo playing safety in football. Achilles hits the second shot. And we're going to have a substitution here for the Lakers. Number 42, Marcus Shelton, is going to hop in the lineup. And the Lakers still staying true to this full court press. They are not going to give Plattsburgh an easy way to transition on the other side. And now Conte will bring it up. And the corner shot, no corner shot, to the baseline. Cardinals kick it in the paint, and that will be a foul on Shelton, who just checked into the contest. So the Plattsburgh State Cardinals will go to the line here with Eric Salo, the guy who's been busy on the boards for the Cardinals early in this.
Definitely, with how many big men that Oswego have thrown at him, he's been pretty good for the Cardinals, a bright spot for the Cardinals today. And Plattsburgh needs to continue to do this, get to the free throw line. They've struggled to do that in this first half, and Oswego, on the other end, have been at the free throw line a lot so far. So they're taking advantage of free points at the free throw line.
And Salo goes 2 for 2 at the line for the Cardinals, 42-17. With 3:40 left here in the Max Seal Gymnasium, Lakers leading. Simmons at the top of the key, kicks out to Crittenden. Crittenden in the lane, misses just off of the top of the cylinder there, and tab in transition for the Cardinals. Euro step, kicks out to the corner. The corner three, no good. Rebounded there by Crittenden. Lakers move in transition. And Crittenden having trouble controlling the ball, but a call foul on there, and a substitution coming in for Plattsburgh. A little back and forth, breaking the press here and getting offensive opportunities really on both ends, Zach.
Yeah, Crittenden a little bit too greedy there for Oswego, but that's their game. Get out in transition, take advantage of Plattsburgh missing shots on one end and take it in transition to the other end very quickly. Easy buckets for the Lakers.
Easy buckets is all it takes here in the Max Seal. The way this season's been going, that's for sure. Lakers on a 15-game win streak going into today. Plattsburgh looking to find points in the paint. Kicks it out to Conte. And now the other way for Dawkins. Dawkins gets the mid-range jumper to go 42-19 Oswego State. Dawkins with a sweet midi right there.
Yeah, tough shot there by Dawkins.
Now Caleb Cook will hit the corner. Back to Cook. Over to Crittenden. And Cook at the top of the arc trying to break the zone. Crittenden for three. Another one goes for the Lakers. Crittenden here with his 12th point of the contest. The Lakers are rolling.
They really are, and another open three for Julian Crittenden, taking advantage of Plattsburgh's weak defense.
And Plattsburgh on the other end, another easy lay for the Plattsburgh State Cardinals with Franklin Infante getting that one to go. How will the Lakers respond? Cook at the top of the key. Leon keeping the same squad in to finish the half, it appears. Shelton back to Cook. Cook for three. No good. Rebounded by Simmons for two. Lakers 47-21 with just under two.
And the offensive boards have been the story in this first half. Second chance points for the Lakers, and Christian Simmons very happy as he lets out a roar in Maxfield Gymnasium.
Yeah, roar for sure. Mike Blaine going to take a timeout here for the Plattsburgh State Cardinals because it's not looking too well right here. It's 47-21. We still have 2 minutes left to play in the first half. The Lakers are kicking on all cylinders right now. A lot of different scores out here, and we look at what Crittenden's been able to do. He's got 12 points in this one. He's been able to shoot the three and drive in as well.
Exactly. He's finding those open areas, and he's a lethal scorer for Oswego. Coming off the bench, getting those chances, whether it comes in the paint, he can take anybody into the lane, as well as knock it down from three-point range. He's done a great job so far for the Lakers.
Yeah, it's easy money for him today, and now we're going to see Devin Green come back in the game, who had that 6-point eruption in the first 2 minutes of the game. Sparks will also enter the game for the Lakers. And the Cardinals trying to break that press, which has been a problem all day. They get it done right here. That's Conte. Trying to maintain the ball. And they get it back to Tab. Kevin Tab trying to drive in the lane. No good. Rebound the other way by Sparks. 1:30 left in the first half. Sparks looking for a layup. No good. Kicks it out to Devin Green. Green on the baseline, now back out to the wing. Lakers maintain 47-point right now, and that's another reach-in foul on the Cardinals. It seems like they just can't keep up with this Lakers team with the amount of reach-ins they've had today.
They really do, and Oswego just looks like they wanted more today, and they're just a step ahead, and every single play Oswego is ahead of Plattsburgh, especially in transition, and they get a lot of fouls, and they're going to get a lot of chances at the free throw line.
Yep, another chance at the free throw line. The Lakers have been to the line 5 times in this game. Sparks his first time, and Jeremiah Sparks already with 10 points in this game, another double-digit game. First free throw is good, and the Lakers lead right now 48-21. And the Plattsburgh State Cardinals, they've been reaching in, and they've been giving the Lakers free throw opportunities, and it's tough to win when you're sending the team to the charity stripe.
And you look at the scoreboard right now, Sparks misses the free throw. 48 points in this first half. On that pace, Oswego's almost hitting 100 in this game. Plattsburgh needs to be better on the defensive end, cut out those opportunities for the Lakers because they are rolling right now.
Right, and the last time these two teams met up in early January, Lakers won the game with 109 points. So we're on pace to see them possibly do that again, but you got to think with the way this game is going, there might be some more guys getting involved on the bench for the Lakers. But here at the line, Orlando Dawkins. No good. Rebounded by Fadulo. Green the other way. Over to Sparks to the wing. Back to Green. Kicks to Shelton. Down to Molson. Molson to Sparks on the other side. Sparks Euro back to the top for Green. Lakers with some solid ball movement. Molson with the layup. That one's good. Lakers 50 points with 50 seconds left.
What a pass by Devin Green. Oswego finding those lanes one step ahead of this Plattsburgh defense.
Dawkins almost seems like he got away with the travel there, but Plattsburgh State turning the ball over once again.
And just how well this offense moves for Oswego. Every guy is moving, and Plattsburgh can't keep up, especially in a zone. They can't keep up with guys moving on the porch down low.
Molson no good for 3. Plattsburgh State rebounds. Oswego State finding the sweet spots in the Plattsburgh zone. They might have to switch something up. Dawkins turns it over. Molson with the ball at half court, kicks it down to Green. Green looking for a man. He's got Fadulo in the paint. Pump fake, kicks it down to Shelton. Shelton for 2. 17 seconds left here in the Max Steel Gymnasium in the first half of this game. 52-21 Oswego State. And that's going to be a blocking foul there on Shelton. But as you said, the Lakers are finding the weaknesses in this Plattsburgh State zone. It's like somebody's moving around to the elbow and then down to the baseline, and there's always going to be a guy open.
And especially Jeremiah Sparks, you look at every single play, when he gets the ball, he knows exactly what he's going to do once he gets that ball in his hands. And that's a very big strength of a lot of these Oswego players. They always know what's going to happen, and that's what makes them so dangerous.
Yeah, something that makes him dangerous for sure. Franklin Infante got the first free throw to go. Number 2 on the way. And he goes 2 for 2 at the line. Plattsburgh State, 23 points. 10 seconds to go. Devin Green behind the back. Out to Sparks. He takes the deep 3. No good. Rebounded by Plattsburgh. 1 second to go. And that will do it for the first half from the Max Steel Gymnasium. Oswego State leading the Plattsburgh Cardinals 52-23. 11 points from Jeremiah Sparks. Devin Green getting in the action. And the Lakers looking dominant, breaking the press, finding the weak spots in the zone, Zach. I mean, for this Plattsburgh State team, what do they need to do to try to claw their way back into this game?
They really need to get those opportunities from three-point range and also get to the free throw line. They have struggled mightily to get into the paint. Oswego's forced so many turnovers in this first half. They need to cut out the turnovers, Plattsburgh, if they want any shot to claw back here at Max Steel Gymnasium. But a 29-point lead for Oswego. What more could Jason Leone have asked from his team in this first half? They've been dominant and absolutely perfect against their rival Cardinals.
Right, they've been absolutely dominant. The offense is clicking. They're finding the open man on the other wing. The Lakers shooting 43% from the field, 29% from three-point. The Cardinals on the other end, 11%, so that's not working out as well. The Lakers getting to the line a lot, out-rebounding, and, you look at these stats. I mean, it's just every single thing is going right for the Lakers.
Definitely, and the rebounds stand out. A lot of offensive rebounds, especially for Oswego. 9-3 versus Plattsburgh, and Oswego has taken advantage at the free throw line. 14 free throws versus 5 for Plattsburgh, and obviously the three-pointers are a big thing. 1 for 9, Plattsburgh in this first half. Oswego have hit 5 of their 17, which is actually a little bit low for Oswego, and they're still up to 52 points at halftime.
Right, and you look at, some of the guards for this Plattsburgh State team trying to answer on the other end. They haven't been having much success. You have, Todd there with 2 for 4 from the field, and you also have Tab, 1 for 6. They've been trying it everywhere, whether the paint, the three-point line, it's just not working out for the Cardinals. But we're going to see how they answer in the second half. The Oswego State Lakers, 52-23 with 20 more minutes to go. I'm Jack Purdeck alongside Zach Malaman, and we'll be back on WTOP 10.
Thank you.
Oswego. The Oswego Welcome back to the Maxfield Gymnasium here in Oswego. The Oswego State Lakers leading the Plattsburgh State Cardinals 52-23 here with 1 minute to the second half. Jack Purdak alongside Zach Malaman. And the Lakers, just everywhere you go. Jeremiah Sparks, Devin Green. I mean, these guys are putting on a show. The Lakers shooting the three-point ball well and also getting out transition.
Yeah, exactly what Coach Jason Leone would have asked for from his team in that first half. A 29-point lead at halftime. It's been dominant. It's been all Oswego, and they are very good from three-point range, which they have struggled from a little bit in this game, but getting into the paint has been so easy. And points in the paint, you look at it, 26-12 Oswego. That's all you have to know about so far in this game.
Right, you know, the Lakers shooting the three-pointer 29%, getting to the free throw line a lot too, shooting 78%, so they're shooting the ball well. But let's talk about the defensive end for the Oswego State Lakers. The Plattsburgh Cardinals have been coming out trying to break their press, and the press has been a huge part of this game so far. It's, you know, the Achilles heel here for the Cardinals.
Yeah, and when all five starters are in the game for Oswego, Coach Leone is going to put his team in a press to try and force those turnovers, get his team moving, and the defense has caused a lot of turnovers so far for Plattsburgh, 9 specifically in that first half for the Cardinals. They need to clean those up on the offensive end.
Second half action from the Maxfield Gymnasium as the Plattsburgh State Cardinals start off with the basketball. At the top, that's Infante with Anderson right on him. He kicks it over to Kevin Tabb. Tabb in the free throw line, puts his head down, and that's going to be a foul on the Lakers. Ball will stay on this side as the Cardinals are going to get a chance to inbound. 52-23 in favor of Oswego State. And Infante looking for a man on the inbound. Finds Tabb in the corner. Tabb over to Todd. Todd down low. That one's broken up by Molson. Devin Green transition. 3-on-1 break for the Lakers. Jeremiah Sparks gets the layup to go. Up and in. 54-23. Oswego State back in the press.
And another turnover for Plattsburgh, and it leads to transition points for the Lakers.
And then Tabb on the other side. And one gets the layup to go for Kevin Tabb, the first-year player. Guard from Brooklyn, New York, and the Plattsburgh State Cardinals finally getting an and one opportunity here, showing some life in the early going.
No doubt, getting to the free throw line is a huge key for Plattsburgh in this second half, but Kevin Tabb, who's struggled so far today, arguably the best player for the Plattsburgh State Cardinals, and he's gone 1 for 6 so far in that first half.
Yeah, and it's going to be important to get him going, as he is, as you said, one of their best players on the team. So the Lakers the other way with Sparks at the top. Plattsburgh still in that 2-3 zone. Sparks takes a step in, absorbs the contact. That one misses. Rebounded by Green. Green at the top of the arc. Finds Molson driving in the lane. Molson down to Achille. Achille up and in. Lakers 58-26 here in the Maxfield Gymnasium. Plattsburgh on the other side. Tabb in transition. Tabb pulls up for three. Good. Kevin Tabb with another 3 points for the Cardinals.
And a 31% three-point shooter. Tabb can hit it from three-point range. Oswego need to be better on the defensive end.
56-29 Lakers, 18:25 to go in the second half. Molson up to Anderson. Starting five still out there for the Lakers. Sparks, the shot from the wing. Bounces off the top of the backboard, no good for the Lakers. But Kevin Tabb off to a strong start, already 5 points. 6 points in this period, getting to the line, shooting the three-pointer. So that's good for him.
And Plattsburgh need him to try and cut this deficit. Don't let him get going, though, for Oswego. He's a very strong player for the Cardinals who can score at will.
And Todd will bring it over to Infante. Infante over to Tabb. Tabb, they get mid-range shot, no good. Sparks in transition. Jeremiah Sparks behind the back to Devin Green. That air ball hits by Achille, gets the offensive rebound, and the foul. right there. But Sparks showing a little finesse right there with the behind-the-back pass to Green. He knows his guy is hot from the three-point line.
Yeah, Green a little frustrated there after that missed shot, but Achille on the offensive boards. He's been a great thing for Oswego in this game today, getting on the boards early, and he's gotten a lot of opportunities at the free throw line.
Absolutely. Fourth time the line gets that one to miss, though. Achille with 10 points in this game. He's been big on the offensive rebounding, so especially when this Laker team runs the Molson and Achille big man combo. And Achille, for the free throw, is good. So Achille, 11 points, 1 for 2 from the line.
And a lot of that has to do to the vision of a lot of this Oswego players. They take it into the lane and a little dump off to their big man.
Kevin Tabb looking to make something happen for the Plattsburgh State Cardinals, currently sitting last in the SUNYAC Conference. And on the other side, that layup is good right there by Infante. Plattsburgh showing some life here. We're down 29 points, now a little less. Lakers looking to set up. Sparks in his favorite spot at the wing. Over to Molson, back to Sparks, over to Anderson. Sparks gets in the middle of the zone, out to Dev Green for the three. No good. Rebounded by Molson, but he was out of bounds, so Plattsburgh State will take it the other way. But as we talked about in the first half and now here, Lakers are able to move the ball around so efficiently when they get into the offensive area.
And Plattsburgh hasn't had the answer on the defensive end. They've tried a zone, they've played man-to-man, nothing has really worked. And more open looks for the Lakers that they're eventually going to take advantage of a lot more in the second half.
And a turnover here on Tabb. Molson the other way. The layup is good, up and in for the Lakers. And that's Brennan Molson for the Lakers, senior on this Lakers squad, getting his second bucket of the game. The zone still killing the Cardinals, but they get it to Tabb up in transition. Euro step for Tabb. Kind of a crazy pass right there over his head. Another turnover for the Cardinals. That's not something you can afford to take if you're trying to come back in this game.
No doubt, and more turnovers for the Cardinals. They need to cut those out. Get their point guard, Kevin Tabb, the ball, and let him go to work, score at will against this Oswego defense.
Kevin Tabb already off to a strong start this second half. Dev Green back in the corner, down to Molson. Molson absorbs the contact and is going back to the free throw line. The Lakers just taking advantage of the charity stripe today. And right there for Brandon Molson, he's already back at the free throw line. It seems like they've figured out this Plattsburgh State Cardinal team.
Yeah, it's just too easy. Right in the middle of the paint, a one-on-one between Molson and a big man. Molson's going to win that one every single time and either get a bucket or get a foul.
He misses the first attempt here. Lakers 16-23 left in the second half, up on the Cardinals 59-31. 2 fouls per both sides. And Molson hits the second free throw and has his 5th point of the contest. Plattsburgh State trying to get past the press. Over to Kevin Tabb. And the Cardinals will look to find some offense here. Mike Blaine calling out a play. That's up to Todd. Todd to the paint for Carey. And a lack of execution there for the Cardinals. Another turnover. So I can't tell what's been killing them more. Has it been the turnovers? Has it been breaking the press? I can't put my mark on it.
I mean, the turnovers have come from the press from Oswego, but the turnovers just give Oswego more opportunities to score points. And every single time, they're going to take advantage of that, whether it's in transition or even just running their offense. They break defenses apart, and they've done that against Plattsburgh once again today.
Absolutely. Eric Salo getting the reach-in foul. Lakers will inbound. Devin Green in the corner. Up to Anderson. Anderson looking to run a play here. Molson gets the screen for Anderson. Over to Green. That one is blocked, but a shooting foul on Kevin Tabb. Almost looked like a clean strip right there, but the Lakers to the line nonetheless with Green.
And you see the cut there by Devin Green right to the basket, goes back door, and Aki Anderson, the vision that he has, leads Oswego in assists this season and showed his vision right there once again to get Green to the free throw line.
Yep, Green hits his first free throw. The Lakers winning by 30, 61-31. And 2 for 2 from the line there for Green. Lakers take a 31-point lead, something they've seen a lot this season. As we said, averaging 21-point victories. every time they've won. On the other end, Plattsburgh looking to make something happen. Right there, the layup is good by Franklin Infante. Another bucket for the freshman from East Rockaway. Green the other way, out to Molson. Molson's got a man in the corner. That's Anderson. The mid-range jump shot is good. Anderson, another bucket.
And a couple good takes there by Franklin Infante for Plattsburgh. He's been a bright spot in this second half, but Oswego come down on the other end, and Aki Anderson, an open mid-range from the corner.
And a sweet turnover here for the Lakers as Crittenden gets that layup to go in. Devin Green just threw that behind his back at the half-court line, and it works out for the Lakers.
And Oswego not even pressing anymore and still forcing turnovers. Their length is
just an athletic team.
Their length is a big difference for them on the defensive end.
Infante, a bright spot for the Cardinals, gets the ball down into the post for Salo, but the Lakers reaching in on that. But yes, as you said, you know, the turnover battle has been something that's kind of determined the outlook of this 33-point lead so far. So the Lakers, you know, just taking advantage of what the Cardinals are giving them. And the inbound here for the Cardinals. Down low to Salo, and that layup is good for the Cardinals. Eric Salo getting one to go. Devin Green on the other side. Crossover at the top of the wing. Kicks out to Molson for a corner shot. No good, but rebounded there by Anderson out to Achille. Achille will swing it to the top of the key for Crittenden. Chucks it over for Anderson. Anderson, another three-pointer for the Lakers. And they are out of the gates.
Yeah. Every single player touches the ball on that possession, and an open three for Anderson. And the vision of every player has been outstanding for the Lakers.
And we're going to have a little conference between the referee of this game and Mike Blaine. And we'll get a timeout here for the Cardinals. So, looking at what we have so far in this game, a Laker team that is just taking over and finally putting the pedal off the gas a little bit, taking care of that press, putting it away. But, you know, what has been the key to success for this Lakers team?
Well, the points off turnovers is an obvious difference between these two sides today. Oswego taking advantage of those opportunities, getting out in transition, one of their biggest strengths that separates them from a lot of teams throughout the country in Division III is the ability to get out into transition so quickly and get easy baskets. But Plattsburgh has not been able to get a lot of shots up, and when they haven't been able to hit them. Really struggled from three-point range so far today. They've done a much better job in this second half of getting into the lane and getting easy buckets right into the hard areas in the paint. But Oswego have countered it right away by going the other way in transition.
Absolutely. The Lakers been taking advantage of the miscues for this Plattsburgh State team. Plattsburgh team that has only won one game this season in the conference. The Lakers, not the same story, my friend. And the other way for Infante, trying to get this Plattsburgh team some life here with 14 minutes left in the second half. Jack Purdek and Zach Malaman here in the Max Hill Gymnasium. Kevin Tabb into the paint. Athletic move right there. Doesn't go. And Tabb gets the contact there from Fadulo and is going back to the line. Kevin Tabb for the Cardinals. 9 points already in this game. Taking a trip to the free throw line. Maybe another 2 points in his repertoire tonight.
And he's done a great job of countering, you would have to say, a pretty poor performance in that first half. Really struggled from the field, struggled from three-point range, but he's rebounded in this second half and got a lot of things going and open looks right at the basket. He's taken advantage at the free throw line as well.
2 for 2 from the line for Kevin Tabb. Now with 11 points in this ball game. 69-37, Oswego State. 13:47 left to go in the second half. And here Anderson will bring it up for the Lakers. Plattsburgh still in his zone. Caleb Cook at the top of the arc. Brings to Simmons at the free throw line. Drives down the lane, takes the contact, and puts that one up and in for the Lakers. 71-37. Green and gold. Kevin Tabb. The Lakers now in a 2-3 zone, it seems, bringing two guys up to the top. That's Todd. Bring it down to Salo. Salo to the other side. And that's Tabb for three. And sorry, that's Todd right there. Very similar numbers, 1 and 0. I don't know. They're looking similar. But hey, Todd gets another three-point basket to go for the Cardinals. And here comes Anderson around the zone. Over to Crittenden. That one bricks. Tab the rebound. Tab in transition. Scott Todd in the corner who just hit the three-point shot. It's Kevin Tab, step back midi. No good. Rebounded by the Cardinals, but ball going out of bounds. That's going to go the Lakers' way. So Kevin Tab, I mean, really the only bright spot for this Cardinals team in the second half.
Yeah, really, and he's done a great job of getting into those open areas. I've said a lot already in this second half. Finding that open space. He had a step back there just a moment ago that hit off the back rim, but he's finding those open areas, and he's going to take advantage of them more often than not.
Caleb Cook for the Lakers has the lane. Puts his shoulder down and is going to the free throw line. Kevin Cook going back to the free throw line. That was a shooting opportunity, so he'll get a chance to the stripe. Caleb Cook, somebody who can be another spark plug for this Laker team. You talk about all the different guys this team has. Cook goes 1 for 2 so far, but he is an electric outlet in transition.
Yeah, a junior for Oswego who played in his freshman year on that team that lost in the SUNYAC semifinals to Brockport, but he has a lot of experience, and coming off the bench, he can use that experience. He really helps this Oswego team and helps Aki Anderson, who's right ahead of him, and help him learn as a freshman for Oswego.
Without a doubt. And he goes 2 for 2 from the line. But the Cardinals, the other way, trying to make something happen. That one's sold by Anderson. Anderson in the paint, misses the layup. Cook the rebound, puts that one up, and that's good for Caleb Cook coming alive here with 12 minutes left in the second half. Caleb Cook now with 4 points in the game, finally getting his first points in this contest.
And multiple guys out in transition. Caleb Cook gets the easy bucket there, a nice fadeaway right in the middle of the paint.
And Todd for 3. That one, nothing but net there for Marlon Todd.
Hand down, man down. Caleb Cook did not put his hand up there. Todd has been really lights out from three-point range in the second half. He gets another one there.
And Simmons out to Fadulo at the top. Over to Anderson, who's been all over the place. This is going to be kicked out of bounds. And yeah, we previewed Kevin Tab and Marlon Todd for the Plattsburgh State Cardinals. 2 guys in the backcourt that can shoot the ball, lay up the ball. I mean, we saw some great moves in the paint the first half. Tab finally getting better, in this Cardinal team, if they had been playing the way they had been playing this half, they might be down 20 instead of 30, which is pretty good.
Definitely, and we were kind of waiting for it in that first half to see those 2 guys start to step up for Plattsburgh. It just never came, but motivation and a speech at halftime could have got things going for the Cardinals.
Absolutely, and this is Cook and Simmons at the top of the arc. Hunter Cole has checked in for the Lakers as well. He's going to take a mid-range shot. That one no good. Rebounded the other way by Conte. Down to Salo in the paint. And another turnover for the Cardinals. Simmons is leaking. Euro step and no good, but the rebound for the Cardinals. So almost had a man gone in fast break right there.
They definitely did. Oswego getting out in transition. 3 Oswego players right there, but Christian Simmons can't finish the layup, but the Lakers still moving along with a 32-point lead. Yeah,
32-point lead, and you know, when you have 3 guys hanging at half court trying to tip every pass, you're probably going to have a couple guys come free. And now the Cardinals the other way, Dawkins making moves at the free throw line, and that went out to Todd. Up top and down low for the Cardinals, and we're going to have a foul on the floor right there as Carey was trying to make a move in the painted area. 75-43. I'm Jack Purdick alongside Zach Malman. 10:42 left in the second, and the Cardinals staying in a zone. Excuse me, the Lakers in a zone right here, trying to break up this Plattsburgh offense. Top of the key, the 3-point shot here for Conte is good. Plattsburgh with another 3-point bucket, trying to claw their way back into this game.
The 3-point gates have flown open for Plattsburgh. A lot of open threes for them, and they've taken advantage of it in the second half.
Crittenden, 1, 2, 3, 4, dribble, layup. Good for the Lakers. He is come alive. He is the leading scorer for the Lakers, 16 points here in this game against Plattsburgh.
Yeah, again, too easy in the paint. Wide open layup for Crittenden after off the dribble.
Now the other way, the Plattsburgh State Cardinals. Spin move here and a floater for Dawkins. No good, rebounded by Cook. Cook the other way looking for a man in transition. He finds Crittenden. Crittenden back out to Cook in the corner. Cook tried to get the behind-the-back pass to go, but that is dribble. And nothing there for Cook and the Lakers. 9:48 left here in the second half. Crittenden makes a man miss and gets that layup up and in to go for the Lakers. Timeout, Plattsburgh State. Lakers lead 79-46 here. No timeout, excuse me. We're going to go right back to play. But what a move.
What a move by Crittenden, and he takes his seat. The leading scorer on the day, 18 points for Julian Crittenden. And he's been dominant for us. We go a bunch of opportunities right in the middle of the paint, and he'll take advantage of every single one of them. Oswego trying to get the reserves in here now.
And a missed three-point shot there by Conte, as Cook will come the other way with 9:28 left. Kevin Cook out to the corner. And now down low in the paint for Brown. Jordan Brown getting another layup to go. He's got 4. For the Lakers, another good move down in the paint, and it's looking like Lakers are kind of sailing on into a nice, calm second half here, leading the game almost by 40.
81 points with 9 minutes left. We might get a season high here today, Jack.
Now Conte takes the mid-range shot. That one no good. The big man getting a lot of shot opportunities here in the second half as Cook, the other way in transition, takes the contact. That's going to be a charging call. Cook is not happy about that as he went into the body of Conte there, and it's going the other way.
Yeah, frustrated there, Caleb Cook. But Lakers trying to get some minutes for some players that don't get a lot of minutes with 21 players on this squad. But a big victory today, you would have to say, for Oswego, dominating their rival.
Yeah, dominating victory. It looks like they're going to be able to take care of business. Now Sean Edwards is going to get some action off of the bench here for the Lakers. And Plattsburgh the other way. Here's Dawkins. Spin move. That one's tipped and interfered by Jordan Brown. Shelton the other way. Gets that one down low and good for the Lakers on the play.
What a pass by Marcus Shelton, finding Luke Van Slyke in the middle in transition, and big man runs the floor, big man gets the ball. Great play there.
Plattsburgh the other way. Doesn't get that three-point shot to go. That's going to be a Lakers ball going the other way. But, yeah, a lot of other people getting involved here. Going up against a team that they probably knew going in here they were going to beat today. You know, any given game is the goal, but you want to see how you match up, and it's just been going full cylinders for the Lakers.
Yeah, we saw Oswego keep going with that press early in the second half, and they kind of slowed it down.
Kevin Tabb gets the steal. Is he going to rise up and get the layup? He does.
But the press, they kind of slowed it down early in that second half, and it's been all Oswego after that.
Tabb the other way, who just scored that steal bucket in transition, takes the floater. No good. Rebounded by the Lakers. Sean Edwards on the defensive glass. And Edwards out to the other side. Pass up the shot, but Shelton will get a corner three, and that one's going to be good for Marcus Shelton. 7:20 left here in the second half. The Lakers have a 38-point lead on the Plattsburgh State Cardinals here in the Max Steel Gymnasium. Plattsburgh back the other way. A little confusion on the pass, but Tabb's going to control. Take a contested mid-range. No good. Rebounded by the Cardinals, and right there, Kyle Carey coming in clutch with the 2 points.
Plattsburgh have done a good job. They have kept things going. They've gotten opportunities in the paint. Most teams would just give up with a big lead that Oswego has, but the Cardinals have kept going. A lot of confidence there.
And right there, the wide open layup for Hunter Cole. No Plattsburgh State Cardinal defenders in sight on that one. An easy bucket, the easiest one we're going to see today. Now Plattsburgh trying to make something happen. And they absorb the contact there. We're going to go the other way. The bench for the Lakers running the floor here. The layup up and in for Luke Van Slyke.
Another good pass in transition. Sean Edwards with that one to find Van Slyke. And Plattsburgh will get some substitutions here.
So now a 40-point lead for the Lakers. If you thought that it could get higher, it probably can, because they've had 100-point games this season, and they lead this one 90-50. So if you are the head coach for the Plattsburgh State Cardinals, Mike Blaine, what are you telling your team right now? What are you playing for?
Just keep going, and this team has shown its effort in the second half, even with a big lead for Oswego. They've kept things going. He's going to keep some of his players in and take a lot of his starters out, get some reserves, some minutes, but keep his team going. This is one blip in the schedule, and it's the toughest game they'll probably have all of this season, going to a ranked team in Oswego and the highest ranked team in all of the SUNYAC. So one blip in the schedule, keep things going and move on to the next one.
Right, be competitive. There's still a lot more to play for. Perhaps they can steal a couple more SUNYAC games down the line and play upset, because right now they're not going to make the playoffs, only having one win in the conference. But at least you can try to come into games like this and upset a team like the Lakers, 17th ranked in the country, like you said. But on the other side, for the Oswego State Lakers, just dominating absolutely every facet of the game. It seems like they need a better match than this Cardinal team, especially if they want to make a run in the tournament, let alone the playoffs.
And that's what they're looking for. This team's goal in the end is to get a championship. They know they have a lot of talent, and they know they can do it. It's just a matter of keeping things going and keeping the momentum going. And even if games in the SUNYAC are not as close, they keep things going and get some more victories.
Absolutely. Now after the timeout, Plattsburgh trying to just put a little scratch on the game, a little divot, with Franklin Infante at the wing, being guarded by the Lakers. This one going in the corner for Dawkins, but that one is picked off by the Lakers, going the other way. The lob up to Brown, no good. Bumped on the play. Plattsburgh with a man in transition, that's Blanchette, but no good. The Lakers playing some pretty good defense right there. That's Van Sleek getting some defensive action for the Lakers, along with Cam Chance, who's also seeing his first minutes of the game as well. Lakers putting in their lineup because they are up 40 points.
Yeah, another freshman, Cam Chance, for Oswego. Get him some more experience. A lot of freshmen on this team that they want to get minutes.
And a bucket right there for the Lakers. And just dominating. I mean, this is garbage time, but even the bench is putting the rain on here. And here comes Dawkins the other way. Dawkins kicks it out to Ryan. Back to Dawkins. Dawkins taking the contested layup, and he's going to go to the free throw line. And right here, that is Orlando Dawkins, the sophomore from Mount Vernon, New York. He's been getting some action this game. He's been a part of the starting lineup. He's been in here getting a couple points, staying out here with some of the reserves. But Dawkins gets the first free throw to go. 5:09 left here in the second half. And the Lakers, some more substitutions. More guys seeing the floor here as Joe Perlowski is going to enter the game for the Lakers. And Eric Lundis as well. And now coming into the offensive end is the Lakers. Dominating victory today. Still up 40 points with 5 minutes to go. And the three-point shot, no good. Rebounded by Plattsburgh. Plattsburgh looking to make something happen. Here's Blanchette at the corner. The man with the afro gets the layup and misses. Right there. Solid move, but no bucket.
Yeah, and that's kind of been the story of Plattsburgh. They've had some open opportunities, just haven't been able to take advantage of a lot of those open looks.
And a good look there for sure as the Lakers look to solidify this lead. The jump shot right there, no good, but rebounded for Oswego State. On the other end, down low. Up and and around you go right there for the Lakers with Louis Lundis getting the layup there to go. What a move.
That was a great move, and the bench loved it for Oswego. Great post up there by Lundis.
Blanchette on the other side taking the three. That one good for Justin Blanchette, number 23 for the Cardinals. But, yeah, the bench getting rowdy for their guys. They don't see the floor a whole lot, but when you're up 40, yeah, you're going to see the floor a bit. And right there on the other end, no good there for Cole. And now Plattsburgh going the other way. Yeah, but some of these guys getting some more time than they're usually accustomed to. And even some more guys heading in for some action here.
Yeah, it's actually crazy for Oswego. The last 3 games, and now it's going to be probably 4, that all 21 guys will hit the floor for the Lakers, getting a lot of those guys that don't get as much minutes, getting them the minutes and experience. A lot of freshmen here and even some upperclassmen getting the minutes on the floor. Every single person is going to help this Oswego team if they want to get to where they want to go.
Right, and this will be a little pit stop for the Lakers as they take care of business today, and then they're going to go play New Paltz and Oneonta once again, just like they did a couple weekends ago, playing against the 2nd and 3rd team in their conference. And will we see the same result again?
We might. I'm looking at that Oneonta game because Coach Jason Leone has talked about it a lot. He's a little bit worried about this Oneonta team. They are very tough, and although Oswego cruised to victory against them on their home floor, going to Oneonta and having a road game there could be a little bit tough for the Lakers. They need to find more ways to get a victory.
And the bench erupts as Joe Prolowski gets a bucket to go here. 96-57, Lakers 4 points away from a 100-point bomb here in the Maxill Gymnasium. Plattsburgh looking to make something happen, but yet another turnover for the Cardinals. But yeah, playing Oneonta on their home floor, it's not the easiest challenge, or it's not the easiest of games. It's a challenge for sure. You know, you have to go in there and play second team in your conference.
Exactly, a second-place team. It's not an easy game for the Lakers, but they usually find a way. We'll see if they can do it again.
And down low for the Lakers once again. The rebound show as the Lakers don't take advantage of that. 3 minutes left to go in this ball game. Plattsburgh had a tough time breaking the zone early on, and now just trying to see if they can make this lead look a little less frightening as Blanchette takes a 3. No good. Rebounded the other way. And now the Lakers' 3rd team getting in here, getting some action. And the pass over to, we lost a 2-3 zone right here. And the shot, another one goes for Chris Toscano. A nice bucket.
Spin and a fadeaway for Chris Toscano. He had a big game, actually, a couple of games ago, getting some easy buckets for the Lakers off the bench.
Yeah, Toscano out here getting some action. You know, you got Sanfilippo also in there, so some guys that don't see the floor that much, as we've talked about. But, you know, why not? It's 98-57. Get some guys included. And also Walters for the Lakers as well. So Plattsburgh misses, and the Lakers go the other way. Down here for Lundis. Looking at the top of the key. Toscano trying to find a man. 2 minutes left to go in this ball game. And then on the other side here for Grant. And 1:49 left to go. So this 3rd team for the Lakers, I mean, they don't get a lot of chances to get out there on the court. But here in a game against Plattsburgh where you almost have 100 points, it's time to get some minutes. And Leone getting some inbound practice here. That layup no good. Another attempt on that one. And the 3rd time works for Eric Lundis, getting his 3rd chance opportunity. The Lakers have 100 points to 57 here in the Maxill Gymnasium. And on the other side right there, Infante is fouled. But wow, that's the biggest bench eruption I've seen from this Lakers team, and the time I've been covering them this year.
They love it. And 100 points for the first time this season on their home floor. They've done it twice elsewhere at Buff State as well as at Plattsburgh. But 100 points on their home floor, they're loving it. It's a great day for the Lakers.
Yeah, as in Franklin Infante makes the first of 2. And even the Plattsburgh guys there on the bench, they know they're getting killed. At this point, they're happy to see their guys in and see what they could do. So, you know, a little building chance for the future. And Infante goes 2 for 2 from the line. So 1 minute, 34 seconds left in this game. Oswego State taking a commanding, dominant victory. Running out of adjectives here because it was really that crazy. As Toscano runs point for the Lakers. And now Toscano to the wing. Playing back and forth. And then up top, turnover. Plattsburgh runs the other way, and this layup is blocked at the bottom. Second chance opportunity right there for the Lakers. For the Cardinals as Liam Ryan gets his 2nd bucket of the afternoon. 1 minute left. Down low in the paint. Playing bully ball. One shot up, and no shot to go. Plattsburgh finds a man on the baseline. Out to the corner, but that's going to the bench. 43 seconds left to go in this one. So, Zach, when you're a team like Plattsburgh and you play this Oswego State team, ranked 17 in the country, what positives do you take away from this?
You have to take away positives. They did some things well. They came back in the second half with some shots.
Yeah, and Eric Sanfilippo with another bench eruption. We got guys dancing. I mean, everyone's getting theirs today in the Maxfield Gymnasium. Plattsburgh going to try to break their confidence. No good right there for Spencer Davey. And the Lakers sure are happy with 15 seconds to go, and Leon's just going to let them dribble it out as the Oswego State Lakers take a 103-61 victory here in the Maxfield Gymnasium. And wow, this team is legit. 20 wins on the season, a 16-game win streak. Write the news. Get the broadcast ready because this team is going far into the playoffs this year. And wow, Zach, I mean, what did we just see out there? That was just a blowout.
Who's going to stop this Oswego team? It looks like really nobody right now. Statement win once again, 103 points on their home floor, and they were flying from the start. Every single person for the Lakers had an impact on today's game, and they just dominated their rival Cardinals. What a win for the Lakers, and they extend that win streak, and so far, what's been a fantastic season.
Yeah, fantastic season for sure. Looking at the stats today, Jeremiah Sparks with 13 points on the board for the Lakers, and you know, everyone getting involved. Everyone got some minutes today, and on the other side, we talked about Kevin Tabb for the Lakers, who came out of that first half and, you know, gone in the second, and he tried to get this team ignited, but not enough to stop this Lakers press, which was a big part of the game, and everything else. And now the Lakers will play New Paltz and Oneonta next weekend. And Zach, going into this weekend, when you play a team like Plattsburgh and beat them so soundly, how do you remember that you still have more competition in the future?
Well, they got to keep going. They have a week now or 6 days until that game against New Paltz, and then they have Oneonta the next day. But this team's gonna move up in the rankings even more now after 2 wins on Friday and Saturday against Potsdam and Plattsburgh. There is no team that looks like they're even close to stopping Oswego, and they're cruising to victories left and right. They're going to move up in the rankings for sure this week.
Yeah, they're definitely going to move up the rankings because most of the good teams that they're beating, they're doing it soundly. You know, 20 points, 30 points, you name it. And it certainly doesn't hurt to win by 40-plus points today. So the Lakers getting another victory to go in this one today, beating the Plattsburgh State Cardinals. And we talk about, you know, what this means. It's just another win in the win column. It's just another thing they can look back, go through this week, and prepare for next weekend.
Yeah, 4 straight games now where all 21 players have played for the Lakers. And not all of those games have been easy, but Oswego has made it work, and they've turned it into blowouts, and everybody's happy right now at the Maxfield Gymnasium. The Lakers cruising once again, and we look to next weekend now to get more wins.
Next weekend, if you're a fan of the Oswego State Lakers basketball team, the women not taking care of business today, but the men getting it done against Plattsburgh. Also, if you're an Oswego State hockey fan, make sure to see what happens with Geneseo and Oswego tonight, as that game could determine who's going to be the #1 seed in the SUNYAC Conference. All right, Lakers take care of business, 103-61 here in the Maxfield Gymnasium. I'm Jack Purdick. I've had the pleasure of being alongside Zach Malaman. Thank you for joining us on WTOP 10.